I'm going to take you from the CCNA level, put you on the threshold of the CCIE level. That's what I'm going to do with you guys. Clear on this?
Yes.
All right, so this is your firewalling portion. Let's do this. I'll put a new folder for you guys. It is, let's call it CCNA, CCNP, Security. Now, besides this, we'll also, this is something that I wanted to go into detail. We'll also take a look at VPNs, virtual private networks, connecting two different sites to each other using a secure tunnel, encrypting it. The different type of VPNs that we'll take a look at are LAN to LAN, using IPSec. We'll take a look at LAN to LAN, using GRE and IPSec. All right, we'll take a look at another type of VPN called DMVPN. We'll take a look at a VPN called Get VPN. We'll take a look at a VPN called Flex VPN. In terms of the VPNs, we'll take a look at another device, which is two devices, content filtering. One such thing is called a Web Security Appliance, or the WSA. What this does, it allows you the ability to filter websites. Easily, oh yeah. I'll call them remote access VPN. Both EasyVPN as well as SSL VPN fall under remote access VPNs. Now, the other thing is Web Security Appliance. What is that? Let's say your company does not want your people to go to maybe, let's say, adult websites during the day, or they don't want them to go in the office to adult websites. How do they block it? How does your company block people going to adult websites? Or for that matter, maybe news sites. You might say, what's wrong with news websites? News websites generally is not a bad thing. Okay? But, excuse me, but during the middle of the day when you're supposed to be working and you're going to what? News websites, that's wrong. The Web Security Appliance is an appliance from Cisco. It can be either virtual or physical again, that has a database of different websites and their categories. So for example, they've categorized the websites as news websites, social networking websites. They've categorized the websites as adult websites. Do you get my point? Gambling websites. So all you got to do is say, hey, listen, I don't want my traffic from my internal network to go out towards, let's say, adult websites. Just click on that, it'll block all the adult websites. Do you get my point? Because I don't know what their IP address is. I don't know what the adult websites are. So you have the ability to do that over here. With what? The Web Security Appliance. Okay, what does it do now? Web filtering based on categories. You know, proxy servers? Basically, it is a proxy server that checks the website before it's allowed to go out based on categories. So you don't need to worry about it. You just say, I don't want social networking websites to work during the day. You'll block it during the day. You can do it time-based. You can say block it from 9 to 5. After 5, once they're done with work, they can do social networking. but adult websites are blocked permanently. Make sense, guys? Along the same lines, we'll also be taking a look at another type of device called email security appliance. Known as ESA. What is ESA? It does email filtering. As the name suggests, spam filtering. Checking whether this email coming in is spam or not. Everybody okay with that? So we'll take a look at how to do that as well in this class. Initialize it, basic initialization, and filtering. So we will do basic configuration to bring it up from scratch, and then do configure filtering policies. Another thing that we'll be taking a look at, content filtering. Good so far? Next, we'll take a look at identity management / authentication. Authenticating users, both end users and administrators. We'll be taking a look at two devices over here. Actually, yeah, we do take a look at two devices. The access control server, which is the ACS, basic configuration, authentication, authorization. This stuff will be for device administration. What do I mean by device administration? You guys worked with routers before. How do I get into routers remotely? Telnet SSH, right? Now, if I telnet into a router, I need to specify a username and password, right? That username password is centrally located. Not centrally located, sorry, on the device itself. If I have 15 routers or 10 switches, I need to create those usernames and password on every switch, every router, every firewall. Rather than doing that, I create those on a centralized administration device known as ACS. It's a product from Cisco. It's an appliance, or it can be bought as a virtual appliance. Okay. AAA. The service is AAA, but the server product is called ACS. And based on that, I can point all my devices to do their username, password authentication, and authorization from the ACS server. Everybody okay with that? You guys understand that? And we'll use another product that Cisco also uses to do the same type of thing, but more towards the end user. It's called Identity Services Engine, or ICE. We'll take a look at basic configuration over here. This is generally for end users. An end user logging into your network before he's allowed to come in, should get authenticated. Basic configuration, we'll take a look at .1x authentication. Before a user is allowed to connect into my wireless network or my wired network, he should get authenticated. Eventually, yes. Eventually, yes. Right now, it's still there in your blueprints. So all these type of things that I'm doing on ACS now, you have the ability to do it on ICE, but from the blueprint perspective, they want to do them in the ACS still. But eventually, you're right. Just like that Firesight and ACS, Firesight and ASA that I talked about, same thing's going to happen over here. We'll do .1x authentication over here. We'll take a look at how, based on authentication, I can download downloadable ACLs. So I can download a per user ACL to a user once he authenticates. Basic stuff, you at least get a chance to see what ICE is all about. And the last thing, router and switch security. Hardening of your router and switches. Under router, we'll take a look at your zone-based firewall. We will take a look at, not too much on the router side. What else do we do? We'll take a look at time-based ACLs over here. Switch, we do a little bit more. We'll take a look at port security. We'll take a look at DHCP snooping. Take a look at ARP inspection. If you want, I can go over private VLANs for you guys as well. We'll take a look at dynamic ARP inspection. What else? And then we'll take a look at private VLANs if you want. .1x authentication can be done by ACS also. Correct. That is correct. And that is done. Reflexive ACL nobody uses today, Ajay, because of the firewalling. Time-based you can still use, but reflexive nobody uses because of the firewalling. It was the first type of firewalling ACL that a router would have. All right, so these are the things that will be covered in the course. It's a fabulous course. It'll bring you up to speed with the current technologies, all these technologies that I talked about. Specifically, this is cutting edge, man. This is something that if you learn right now, more power to you. You have a lot of options in terms of jobs based on this. What did I call it? It's stored on the desktop. Okay, I don't have a folder yet. NP Security. FTD and ASA and firepower and the diagram. All right. Clear. Any questions so far? You like the content?
Sir, if you don't mind, can you just explain the web security just over, because in that time my net was a little bit broken.
Web filtering, you mean?
Yeah, web filter. Yeah, web filtering. Sir, also there is email. New thing is that email security is also there. Email filtering or like that.
Yeah.
I read. So it's
right
there.
here.
It is. Okay.
Why didn't you watch the video again?
Okay, sir. So that is means the email security appliance is included with the WSA, or it is separate device?
Two different devices, two different. You can either buy it physical or you can buy it virtual.
Sir. Okay, sir.
Prashna, yes, ESA is it's not a replacement. See, what they did was they did the same thing with the SourceFire. Cisco bought the company Ironport. Ironport had two products. They had the email filtering product and they had the web filtering product. All right. So this was the company. These were the two products that they had. So what they did was they changed the names. The email filtering product, they called it the Email Security Appliance, and the web filtering product, they called it the Web Security Appliance. So basically, these two are the two products that Cisco bought from this company. Cisco bought the company called Ironport. Same thing they did with SourceFire. They bought the company called SourceFire, revamped the product, and that product now is called Firepower. Good?